Today I'm also going to look for a Christmas tree in the biggest Christmas tree shop in Scotland. I hope I find one.
Some angry geese over there somewhere.
No, too bushy. No, too scrawny. Put my waterproofs on because it started to rain. Too small. So I've been in here, it was about a 700-foot drop, and that I was glad I was not on top of it in this weather. Now this is a one. Perfect. It's like the last one in the rack at the B&Q Garden Centre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go for a wee hike up behind that hill over there. See something that I've been wanting to see for about 3 years. If I feel well enough to do it. We shall see. Iron deficiency makes me run out of energy. Real pain. But you don't know unless you try, do you? All these amazing colours, like absolutely beautiful. The Rhinns. Massive fields, probably not on camera, but they are from here. Breezy today. Don't worry, I am looking where I'm going. Turning the camera always mess. Cairnsmore, Carsphairn, beautiful hill. Nothing twice now.
buried centre. I told you that before. Going up behind there because there's something quite spectacular on the other side if you like this sort of thing. Hopefully the weather will hold out. No matter rain until 3 AM. Okay. All my hiking gear was rugged, but you're not going to watch me change. I don't want to scare folk. beside me. And the bridge there goes to the fish farmer. Quickly look again. There's the dam. Yeah, quite a big one. Rhinns of cows, background, lovely. Anyway, I have somewhere else to go today. But I really like dams. I've probably talked about it before. This is what I like about local council. There's a pothole there. I've noticed it already and stuck a cone there. So they're going to fix it, see? They're really good at doing that now. Quite a full-time job here. You get so much frost damage, weathering. Especially on A and B road. God, but that's great. Friggin'. There's an Iron Age hill fort on top of that hill. They're going to do an archaeological dig there, see? already see where I'm trying to attempt to get to. Looms large on the horizon. I want to go see this for a long, long time. It's going to take me about 4 hours, I think. Well, I wish I had a mountain bike, I can't afford one, it's not so expensive. Ridiculous when a mid-drive, it's ridiculous when a mid-drive bike is worth more than what a real motorcycle is. Madness. Cheers, mate. Fucking what a dick. Fucking cock. Could have fucking let me get to the bloody to the turn in, couldn't he? Because all this ground's soft. Idiot. Right, anyway. Where I have my microphone. One pair of hiking boots. My soft shell. And I've got my waterproofs in here, but I think I might leave them. And I've got my jeans on, I think I might keep them on. Because I've got my hiking trousers in here, so if they get wet, at least I've got something to change into. Just saves a bit of the faff really, doesn't it? So I think I might put my gloves in there. And take this off. I should obviously need my phone. It's got my app on it. Right. Where's my boots? They've changed everything on here, it's a pain. There we go, saved. Oh, now you know where I'm going. Oops, oops. Oh well. It still doesn't take away from the fact of how beautiful they are. Just download the offline map. Okay, that's that all set up. Right. B. I'll take my camera with me, I think. Just in case. Not that anyone's ever going to steal it out here, because there isn't anyone. But, you know. Everything I buy myself, I can't afford to replace it. Sitting in the way, I think I'll lock this to my bike. I don't really want to carry it everywhere. Key trap. Right, that's not coming off unless someone decides to cut through the strap, then makes it useless basically, doesn't it? Stick my camera in my bag. It'll just be stored there for now. Nothing valuable in there. Need some panniers really, don't I? To make it a lot more easy. I'm just going to tie a bunch of cord my coat back of it. 3 years later, somewhere to keep it held, really. And hopefully no one will nick it. And if they do steal it, they're roaster. take these off because I ain't walking up hills with these on. Pants falling down. Not likely to get super wet in these because they're made for boat, for the motorcycle anyway, but the point is a bit heavy. Before anyone even comments, please, why don't you get some panniers? Well, I can't afford any. Because we're not all influencers, are we? And get paid shed loads of money. Fuel. Turn the fuel tap off anyway. Otherwise you'll flood. There you go. Buggy to hikey. Ta-da! Okay, sorted.
Today I'm also going to look for a Christmas tree in the biggest Christmas tree shop in Scotland. I hope I find one.
Right, be good Laura, don't get up to anything naughty while I'm gone. No chasing the local Jixers or CBRs, and fezzes and all that sort of thing. Just be good. Right, basically I'm here and I'm going up there past the estate offices and buildings, then round here to look at something spectacular here. Those that can read maps will already know what I'm talking about. So let's go. Check the keys in my pocket. Phone, everything else is in the backpack on the bike. Away we go into the estate. Well, it shows you, so the harvester with tree felling needs an exclusion zone of 70 metres either way. It shows you how long some of these trees are there, doesn't it? 70 metres. Right, let's hope that one doesn't happen today, eh? There's a large bird of prey behind me somewhere, but I can't see it. But I can hear it. There's no hope of that happening, is there? Well, that is a deer. 2 deer. I don't know if you can see him. 2 red deer. Beautiful. They're up on the tree line there. Looking at me. Amazing.
These logs will later be coated in chocolate, delivered worldwide as Yule logs.
Don't ever climb on logs because they roll away. And if you're on and they roll away, you're effed basically. Dangerous. Don't ever do it. There's one part of what I'll come to see, but that's not it. That's the non-spectacular bit.
I'm out of breath, I'm not used to this. But it'll come back. I've had months and not feeling very well at all. Because I was diagnosed with celiac disease, which is an autoimmune condition. Which is where basically you have a wheat allergy and it causes your body to eat itself, even the inside out. Because you become allergic to wheat. So basically your body has an extreme allergic reaction to things like wheat and barley. Every time I was having a McDonald's or having toast or bread or pizza, it was killing me very slowly. But because of the celiac, basically my body ran out of all its folate and iron, so I got really weak and collapsed a couple of times and I had to go to hospital. Because my body, it's just like having malnutrition basically. But for about 2.5 months now I've been on a really extreme dose of iron pills every day. And it is helping, it's making me feel a lot better now. Getting more and more back to my old self, although I have odd days where I still can't function properly, but on the whole I am getting a lot better and it allows me to get out on the bike and do hikes now, and I haven't been able to do them for a whole year because I basically haven't had the energy. So in a few months hopefully I'll be back to 100%. So I'm probably about 80% at the moment. Every day I take more iron pills and getting better and better. You know, some days are good and some are really bad. But on the whole, I'm a lot better than I was before. So for any men out there, if you want to sympathise with how your pregnant wives feel, yeah, get some celiac disease. That'll show you exactly what it's like. Anyway, shall I reveal where I'm going now, or shall I wait until later? I think now, because we'll have a broad shot of where we are in the landscape, and then later on a closer up view. I know what, I'll do a panorama, that's probably the best way to do it, isn't it? If I start here, where I've just come from, some big trees that get slowly more massive as we go down the slope of the hill. Just a wee hill here. But then suddenly, massive hills and massive cliffs. Look at that, isn't that spectacular? So the big one on the left directly in front of us, that's Beninner. Behind it in the clouds is Cairnsmore, Carsphairn, and on the right is Moorbrook. Carsphairn's sort of in the clouds at the moment, so you can only sort of probably see half of it. Just like 3 hills together. No one really visits these mountains for some reason, I don't know why. Probably because it's in Galloway Forest Park and everyone misses it and goes straight to the Highlands. But we have some absolutely beautiful, spectacular mountains here that are well worth a climb if you like your hill walks. These are all very shapely hills and they've got some nice cliffs and crags and yeah, beautiful, well worth visiting.
I think in general people just forget that Galloway, Ayrshire and Dumfries and Galloway as a whole here, they just drive past it on the way up north. But even if I run out of energy now and I can't go any further because of this illness I have, at least I've seen this spectacular view, haven't I? Even if I turn back now, which I don't feel like doing at the moment. I've been wanting to see this for 3 years now. I haven't got round to doing it yet because of work and everything. So finally I'm here. I've just been looking at it on Google Maps and Outdoor Active for 3 years, thinking I've got to go and see it. So today what I'm going to do is go down this road here, through the Moorbrook estate, up past Moorbrook, and I don't know if you can see it. There's a path that sort of goes probably a third of the way up the hill, and then round to the left of the hill, and in between Beninner and Moorbrook. And that should allow me to see the cliffs on Beninner and Carsphairn, if it isn't covered in cloud. I'll be really close soon, because the path's basically directly opposite it. I think the drop on the cliff on Beninner is about 600 or 700 feet, so it's not something you want to fall off. Like a lot of Scottish hills, don't get too close to the edge, because yeah, it's a quick drop down, put it that way. Like the lift cables are snapped. I had another channel before this called Ayrshire Outdoors, and that's kind of why I stopped doing a lot of these walks, because I was just too tired out the dirt. Just had no energy. I could sort of barely get out of bed. But now the lovely people at Ayrshire and I and NHS have diagnosed what's wrong with me, where other people couldn't for 3 years. Thank you, England NHS. I'm on the mend, which is great. I'll be getting out and about a lot more. So hopefully I'll start doing a few more hill walks than I've been doing recently. Because at the end of the day, I really do not want to spend the last 35 years of my life just sitting on the sofa doing nothing. I'm quite outdoorsy, and I need to get out and up hills, otherwise I just go mad, basically. And also, I want to sort of push this channel a bit more. I want to get more followers and subscribers, and hopefully one day get it monetized and all that sort of thing, because it's important to me. Because I want the income, but also because I need to diversify, because by trade I'm a web and graphic designer, and with the advent of AI I can see that some of my work is slowly being chipped away, so I really need to diversify into other things, otherwise I'm not going to have an income. And it's only going to get worse as AI gets more and more established. All the little jobs I used to have, like designing logos and a little bit of admin stuff, a little bit of coding, HTML, a little bit of PHP, all that sort of thing is slowly being eroded. Sort of things like write me that code, do me this document, create me this logo, can you make me an image like this? I'm losing all that sort of work. People are just using AI now to do it instead. So the little small breadwinning jobs I used to get, you know, £30 or £40 here and there, it made up a lot of my work during the week, was slowly disappearing. So what can you do? All you can do is diversify, isn't it, into other things. So perhaps more media focused. But even then, maybe the advent of soil and things like that, even that's probably cool. Maybe I'll become an Instagram influencer. That's doubtful, to be honest. But, I've got all these media skills that I use for the hobby side of things and sometimes work. I might as well use them, mightn't I? Otherwise it's just a waste of those skills, isn't it? Well, I'm glad I'm on a steadier climb now, because that was a bit tiring. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Right, I think I'm going to put this camera away for a wee while now until I get nearer the hills. So I'll be back with you in a while. It's a bit steep like. Gonna have a break in a minute. Have something to eat and a wee drink. Just get past this bit first. So there's like one glen here, another one over where the farm building is. And I started down in the glen that's behind that. So I reckon I've probably gone about 400 metres elevation so far. So I've done about 2 miles so far. But I'm really not used to it and I'm worn out. I really need to get out and start walking a bit more now. I'm starting to feel a bit better. Get my hill fitness back again. But I'm determined to get over this bit first. Some angry geese over there somewhere. That's handy, the small copse here has blocked out the view I want to show you. It's typical, isn't it? But I guess that will give it more impact later on. So. Look at that, the view's opening up over there, you can see for miles. Beautiful. Right, let's carry on. Past this forest. There's forest here. Up round the path on the left and round the bottom of Moorbrook. I think Moorbrook's a nice looking hill. Some people think it's a bit featureless, but I think it's really shapely and nice. That's because they're used to the highlands, that's what it is. There's a wee bit of rain coming in, you can feel a few spots, but it's not enough to put my waterproof on yet, so I'll just carry on at the moment. I guess rain and mountains sort of goes together really, doesn't it? There's no lot you can do about it really, is there? Just have to grin and bear it and carry on. All part of the fun. Another wee climb and round to the left here and I'll be on the hill. Probably about halfway at the moment. I'm doing alright. Better than I thought I would. It's a deer hide. for watching deer, believe it or not. Getting quite a bit higher now.
No, too bushy.
Probably about level with all those hills in the distance. Probably around the same height as the summits of all of those, I guess. I reckon I'm probably about a third of the way up Moorbrook, but as with most Scottish mountains, they've got false summits, so you never really know if you're near the top or not. It might be twice as high as what it actually looks here. But you don't know until you get over the top. Oh, it's suddenly got a whole lot steeper. I've got no way of showing you the incline, really. There you go. My camera's kind of level with the trees now. Got another half a mile of this. The joys. Not really a slog, but it's not far off. No, to be fair, it's easy going. Just a wee bit steep. Getting a lot higher now. Beautiful view. Yay, at last, flat terrain. Oh, that's so much better.
No, too scrawny. This one's bent.
All the trees damaged by the recent storms, look. It'll all be cut down eventually anyway and leave an ugly scar on the landscape. It's a nice view through there, isn't it? Almost at my destination that I've come to see. Can't wait, it's been a long time coming. Been waiting years to see this. I hope I don't think, why did I bother? I don't think I will though. Not judging by some of the photos people have taken of it anyway. Look at these trees that they just destroyed. All uprooted. No. These trees are quite small by the standards around here. Some of them are like twice as high as this, even 3 times taller. I think these ones are probably about 60 feet, getting on that way anyway. Some of the trees near the village, I reckon they're probably at least, well, they're well over 100 foot, I think. Probably a bit more, in fact. They're taller than the church tower anyway. It's too short. Look at these poor trees, they're just wind burnt. Completely dead. They are burnt to a crisp. Some nice big rocks. Men are allowed to like nature, no matter what some people say. Anyway, that's enough waffling. I'll get on with it. It's too tall. Too small. I stood for a few minutes and spent a wee while just admiring this beautiful view. Put my waterproofs on because it started to rain. Which, to be fair, isn't unusual in Scotland. Especially up a hill. It's amazing what I can carry my wee sack. Like TARDIS. Nah, it's too wide. Here's how windy it really is. I'm almost at what I want to see. It's just around the corner. And it's raining as usual. But I'm toasty. Kinda get used to it riding a bike anyway. I can assure you this is more fun than riding a big bike at 70 miles an hour in pouring rain. And quite a bit warmer as well. Oh wow. Look at that. It's huge. I don't think you'd want to fall off that, would you really? This one's too fuzzy. I think it's still a good mile away. Maybe a bit more. 1.5 maybe. Some nice rock formations there, look. It's like Little Gairy and Massive Gairy. Oh yeah, look at that. That's definitely worth coming to look at. So I carried on walking, admiring the view, and thinking that the cliff portion at the top of Beninner here is about a 700-foot drop, and that I was glad I was not on top of it in this weather. I think it's still a good mile away, maybe a little bit more. 1.5, I reckon. Alright, so I'll tell you how big this is. On the camera, obviously it's fitting it all in, but standing here looking at it, the range of my vision isn't big enough to fit the whole hill in. I actually have to crane my neck upwards to look at the top of the hill. Let me see if I can zoom in and let you see what it actually looks like from the point of view of my eyes. Nope. Nope. I haven't got enough zoom on the camera to do it. So I've gone in 2 times zoom and it's still not as big as it is in real life. So it's probably about a 2.5 times zoom would give you a fair idea of what it's actually like. So there you go folks, that's Beninner Gairy. So Beninner is like the sister summit to Cairnsmore here, which unfortunately is in the clouds at the moment. So Cairnsmore is about 3 metres shy of 800 metres. And I think Beninner's about 710. If I remember rightly. Someone will correct me on it, I'm probably wrong. I usually am. We're definitely in mountain weather now. But it's nice, it's so refreshing, especially in summer when it's really warm. What a magnificent cliff face. It's a shame it's raining though, isn't it? So you can, as some folk do, but I'm not going to attempt it. Walk down this fire break. Up there. And up this slope onto the top of Beninner, doing it the quick way. But I prefer coming from the roadside because it's a lot safer. Basically you come in past the Green Well of Scotland and you go up a nice gravel trail and that goes more than halfway up the hill, but then it peters out. Right, let's go on a bit further and see if we can see some of the cliffs of Cairnsmore. So as you may recall, I did a video a couple of years ago where I didn't want to get near the edge because I didn't want to fall off the cliff. You can't blame me for that, can you? It's a long way down. So that's why I didn't want to get near the edge. Now it's like 600 foot straight down. It's not going to end well, is it? It's like, nope. Right. Get some more views of that in a minute. Let's carry on walking for a while. It's just so atmospheric in the clouds. It's absolutely beautiful. Yep, that's definitely worth coming to see. An amazing looking hill. That hill is definitely Instagram worthy. It probably belongs on TikTok as well. I think you have to be here in real life to see it. Probably doesn't show on the camera. Well, I've kind of made it to roughly where I was going anyway. So I'm going to have a wee sit down and look at these beautiful hills. And then I'm going to head back. I reckon I'll get back about 10ish. Unfortunately, as usual, Carsphairn is completely covered in clouds, which is fairly normal, but at least you get a rough idea of how big it is. Right, I'm going to go down here a little bit to that fire break, I think. Have a sit down, a rest, probably a quick coffee, and start walking back. I should get back a lot quicker than it was coming up. That's all downhill, so lucky me. I'm happy I've done it though. It's the first big hike I've done in a year since I got ill, and I've made it, so I'm quite happy with myself. It's a step in the right direction, and it's an achievement, especially with how tired I was feeling. But slowly getting better, each week, day by day. So thank you, Scottish NHS. I owe you a lot. Right, I think I'll sit in this hide and have a quick bite to eat and a coffee. Just admire this view for a while. Footage is a bit fuzzy here, but you get the general idea. My little Pocket 3 wouldn't focus into the distance. It sometimes does that. But overall, it's a really good camera. Go a little further to the edge of these trees here, see if I can see the cliffs and the Gairy on Cairnsmore. I don't hold out much hope because it's completely covered in clouds as usual. If not, I'll head back. A nice walk anyway. I've enjoyed it. Little wee birds and stuff. Very nice. I'll do something like this again when I have a bit more energy. But I have a feeling I'm not going to be great for days, but we'll see, won't we?
No, none of these will fit in the living room. Can't carry any of these on the bike.
It's Mordor. It's like being in Lord of the Rings. And these fantastic clouds, they're just racing. I don't think there's much hope of seeing any clear skies today. Which is a shame. Because you can only see half the hill.
Looks too top heavy.
Let's call that a day, I think. It's not going to happen, is it? Would have done by now. There's patches of blue sky, but I think these clouds are just too low. Still magnificent though. Right, let's head back. What's the time? 8 o'clock now. So I reckon I'll be home about, let me think, 2 hours down the hill. Half an hour on the bike, yeah, about 10:30, 11:15. But it was worth it. It was worth it to see Beninner anyway. Look at it. It's just magnificent. So I'm happy I've seen that part anyway. Well, there's probably a lesson here anyway. It's late July, middle of summer, and this is exactly why you have to be careful on top of Scottish mountains, because here we are in the height of summer. It's a really warm day, and look at the top of the hill. The weather can change just like that within 15 minutes. So if you're going for a hike, always come prepared. Otherwise it could be quite risky. keep looking back just in case. You never know if the skies are going to be clear. Thought I saw a deer.
This one's too thin. Ah, now this is the one. Perfect.
It's like the last one in the rack at the B&Q Garden Centre.
I will let reception know and they can package it.
I survived. No unaliving for me today. Almost back to Lora. About 15 minutes I think. I'll sort my gear out and then it's the ride back. If I don't get run over by any forestry equipment between now and then. It's unlikely they've all gone home, I think. Oh God, it's Midge hour. Here they come. Wee beasties are biting me all over. I'm exaggerating, they don't bother me at all. Some people come out in a terrible rash, but I feel a nip and then nothing happens. Mosquitoes, that's a completely different thing. They bring me up in massive bumps. You can smell all the pine, that's lovely. Not your pretend toilet cleaning pine, real pine. It's very nice. I averaged 1.6 miles an hour, so nowhere near that. All these logs ready to give someone a final destination off the back of a lorry. If you watch my shorts, you'll know what I'm talking about. But basically, I'll tell you anyway. I went for a ride a few months back and I was stuck behind a lorry that had logs on it for 9 miles, I think. And they didn't look tied down that well, and he was going some through the twisties, like faster than a articulated lorry should, and I was just waiting for one of them to fly out and just smack me in the face, like Final Destination style. But luckily it didn't happen because I overtook him in the end. God, I'm not used to this, I am fucking knackered, to put it politely. It's been a year since I've done a proper walk like this. I'm kind of happy I achieved that, because it means I'm heading in the right direction. With my illness and stuff, so it can only be a good thing. But I think it's going to take me several days to recover. We'll see. Just keep shoving the folate and iron pills down my neck. Something very beautiful about walking through a forest at this time of night. Unbelievably peaceful. All the mist rising up above the trees. The breeze blowing through all the pine needles. Yeah, somehow it makes you feel alive, I think. Better than sitting in front of the computer all day, which is what I do 9 till 5 and my day job, which gets a chore sometimes. That pays the bills, doesn't it? And it allows me to do things like this. I don't think there's any substitute for hard work, really, is there?
Right, almost back at Lora now. Just a few more steps. Then off back to have a nice cup of tea, I think. There she is, looking at demure, beautiful self as usual. Right, got my gear sorted and head off back. Been a pleasant walk. Midges everywhere. It's wee beastie warfare. Hi folks, I'm off back. I will say thank you for watching now, and thank you for any likes and subscribes, shares, all that kind of thing, comments. It's all important to help the channel grow, and any sort of ideas you have, or you know, any improvement I can make, please feel free to suggest anything. My other DJI mic has the batteries run out, so I'm not going to be able to say anything on the way home because of the wind noise, so it's just purely through this at the moment. Anyway, see you next time folks, thank you. Remember, leave no trace.
Christmas, folks, and a Happy New Year. This will probably be the last video I do until the new year. I might fit another one in, but if not, happy holidays. Don't drink and eat too much, and I will see you in 2026. Thank you for watching, and have a good time.